I hope you're having a great day so far and getting lots of stuff done. It kind of stinks that it's raining out today, but it makes it easier to stay inside and get our work done. I'm ready to read our next chapter in Leprechauns Don't Play Basketball. The chapter is chapter 11, Swing Your Partner. Remember yesterday they were trying to get Mr. O'Grady to look into their eyes, so they really want him to leave. They want him to be gone from their school. So here we go. Melody gasped when the door swung open and Mrs. Jeepers stepped into the gym. "We've got to do something," Melody gasped, but it was too late. Mr. O'Grady dashed to the door and grabbed Mrs. Jeepers' hands. He started to twirl her around the gym, keeping time to the music. "Look," Carrie squealed. "Mrs. Jeepers is dancing with Mr. O'Grady." The rest of the kids pointed and laughed. Everybody, that is, except Howie, Liza, Melody, and Eddie. They stared as Mr. O'Grady spun Mrs. Jeepers faster and faster around the gym. Her black shoes flew off the floor, and her long red hair was swept back. "He's going too fast," Liza cried as she headed for the dancing teachers. "Mrs. Jeepers can't reach her brooch." "He's going to snatch it," Howie warned. "Not if I can help it," Eddie yelled, following Liza. Just as Mr. O'Grady reached for the sparkling brooch, Eddie dived and grabbed the little man's ankle. Mr. O'Grady went crashing to the floor. Without thinking, Liza plopped on his chest. Mr. O'Grady gasped and looked straight at the little girl holding him down. Liza stared back at the blue eyes of the wrinkled little man. "Don't look away," Howie shouted. "Whatever you do, don't blink." Liza took a slow breath, but she kept her eyes on Mr. O'Grady. "It's working," Melody said from behind her. "He can't take his eyes away." "Tell him now," Howie added. Liza nodded. "It's not that we don't like you, it's just that Mrs. Jeepers was here first. I'm not going to stop staring until you promise to leave her alone and leave Bailey Elementary." So here's the picture of her sitting and staring at him, telling him what to do. Remember, you have to look into a leprechaun's eyes to get them to do what you want them to do. "So that's the way it is," Mr. O'Grady winced. Mrs. Jeepers towered over Mr. O'Grady and Liza. Her green eyes flashed, and she gently rubbed the green brooch at her throat. The stone seemed to glow as she spoke. "The children are correct. A school is not the proper place for your shenanigans." Mrs. Jeepers reached down to help Liza to her feet. Liza glanced at her teacher's outstretched hand. As soon as Liza looked away, Mr. O'Grady scrambled up. A slow grin spread across his wrinkled face. "The lively jig wasn't meant to be a causing harm. We folk must dance to live." Mrs. Jeepers' eyes flashed at the little man, and then she walked away. The class fell into line behind her as she left the gym. Liza squeezed in behind Melody, Howie, and Eddie. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't mean to look away." "That's all right," Melody said. "Besides, maybe you stared at him long enough. After all, he was looking at you when you told him to leave." "I just hope you're right," Howie said softly. And here's Mrs. Jeepers telling Mr. O'Grady that he needs to go. And the next chapter is the last chapter. It's the end of the rainbow. So we'll see. Will there be a pot of gold? What will happen? Will Mr. O'Grady leave? Will he take any of the kids with him? Will he get the green brooch? We don't know, but it is the end of the book, so I bet it's all going to wrap up pretty well. And then next week, or before that, I will start a new chapter book. I have a couple of ideas in my mind to see what one we're going to read next. I hope you guys are having a great day. I miss you very much. Remember to post on Seesaw things that you have been doing, and I will see you soon. Bye.